This week on Plant Mum Diaries, I describe frolicking through foliage.
And to be honest, frolicking through foliage was shit. It was just...
I get a bit confused.
Anyway, because it's like dead acidic, isn't it? And it burns the little fingers. Not the fingers.
And finally, I get distracted and try to play Kesha TikTok on a plant pot.
Teeth with a bottle of Jack. Because when I leave... Oh, hello my little seedlings. I didn't see you there. I apologise. I don't. But what I do apologise for is disappearing for what has been near a month now. I didn't post a video since 8th of September, which is quite bad. Many things have happened since then. Boris has gone on a mad one and said that we all have to be back from the pub at 10 p.m. That's about it really. Oh yeah, and we had that presidential debate, didn't we? When Joe Biden got a little bit leery and said,
"Will you shut up, man? Listen, who is on your..."
That was quite exciting. Now, in a dramatic U-turn like the current Conservative government, I'm going to ditch the series that I promised you called Frolicking Through Foliage. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is, it was just really a name change on the surface, wasn't it really? It was still me rambling about shit that I've done. Now, the reason for this is purely because Frolicking Through Foliage is too large a name with too many characters to be an IGTV series by one. So I kind of accidentally named the series Frolicking Through Foliage. Now, foliage is great and all, but it does sound a bit fucking up itself, doesn't it? So we're just going to go straight back to the Plant Mum Diaries, which I felt was more exciting and a little bit more me. And to be honest, Frolicking Through Foliage was shit. It was just me having a go at some man that I found on the internet. So we'll just ditch that and pretend it never happened. But anyway, well, to be honest, quite a few updates now we're a month away, which is probably where I should have gone the last time and ditched the weekly updates and maybe move to fortnightly or something, because I hear the kids love fortnights. And anyway, where do I begin? We'll start with some harrowing news. I think you're supposed to start with the good news, but I don't really fucking care. This is not alien plant stew, but the one I pretended alien plant was alien plant stew and never really named because I was pretending it was alien plant stew. Listen to that. Can I do TikTok? Hold on. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Because when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. You can. You can play TikTok on this plant plot. Oh. How have I not... A month and I've gone way worse. You're fucking back. Hellfire. Ooh. Anyway, what I was trying to say before is this plant that I claimed was a plant that I'd had longer, but also told you that at the same time, so you knew I was lying and not just some bullshitter on the internet, is dead, as you can see. Now, the reason for this is, because it was going well, was I brought this fertiliser from a store called the Rangi, and anyway, the Rangi said you had to snip off the bottom of this fertiliser, so I did, and then I put it in, but accidentally I'd snipped too high up, and I'd let all the fertiliser go in, and it was supposed to last a month. So I gave it a month's worth of fertiliser in about 20 minutes, and then I panicked. I left it a few days and thought, oh, maybe it might not have that much of a dramatic effect, and it immediately started to show signs of disease and ailment. So I genuinely flushed it all out with water because I didn't really want to change the soil in case it was in its root and then it had some huge meltdown and died still, and drained it all out and tried to dry the soil out, and well, look at the state of it. So anyway, what I did was I went to my local vegetarian and vegan planty cafe called Upside Down. Now, Upside Down is fucking delightful because they have brownies that is vegan and hot chocolate that you can pick how much chocolate chip you want here. And then, you can have 3 coffees for $3.50. You can just try them all on this fucking chopping board. It's amazing. But anyway, for the reasonable price of £18, I brought this. It's fucking huge, isn't it, to be fair? So I need to name it, and the only thing I've come up with so far is Big Bastard, and to be honest, I don't really want to do that, because it's not really a bastard. I just can't really think of a name. I mean, it's got lots of leaves, lots of heads. I don't know. Need a thing? I just don't know. If you come up with a name, fucking tell me, because I'd love to, and I'll hold you back on that. That's one update. One update out of the way. One allocation, Polly's dead. I've brought a fucking huge one. Now, on to update 2. Update 2, this fucking thing. I went to... Where did I get it from? Might have been B&M's, you know B&M bargains. Yeah, B&M bargains thing. And anyway, it was 13 quid, so I couldn't say no. It's the size. Well, I don't know. At the moment, I'm currently using it as an indicator to tell me when my washing basket's too full. And I'll show you in an image I've procured here. Anyway, but yeah, it's pretty decent. And I need to use an app really to tell me what it is, because it just says indoor foliage, which is great. So's half the things in my room, babe. Like, we're gonna have to be more specific. How am I gonna cater for this darling's needs if I just simply don't know what it is? It could be allergic to water. I mean, it's very fucking unlikely, but Venus flytraps almost are. Tap water anyway, because it's like dead acidic in it, and it burns the little fingers. Not the fingers, the roots. It burns the roots, doesn't it? So it's a bit. It's challenging times ahead, really, isn't it? So that's update number 2 done. What else is occurring? Oh my god. No. Oh. Anyway, update number 3 before I move to a whole other update. Update number 4. Anyway, the other day, my neighbour Jewel, shit, plant. Maybe I should do that update first. It's a sign. Sorry, we'll have to wait. Update number 4. I have this Hedera ivy that I was trying to propagate. Somebody told me if it has enough root on it, you can just put it in soil. And I really wanted to give it a go because that would save like fucking hell a load of time, wouldn't it? So I did it, and to be fair, it stayed stable for a while. Ooh, look at my shaky hands. Well, Hedera ivy's always shaky. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, and basically it's not done too well. It survived really, really long time. I mean, my mate Imogen did the same, and hers was dead about 3 weeks ago, and it's still in a better state than that. So I'm going to move it into some water and see how we can go from there. Because basically, in a nutshell, if somebody's telling you, oh, you can just repot it with enough root, it's probably bullshit. I mean, so I'll show you how much root I had. I'm making soil come out the bottom. Oh. Shit. Not a lot at all, I've just buried a stick. Honestly, it's a wonder it survived for about 6 weeks, to be honest with you then. But what I also need to show you as well, I've got these and it's fucking mould. Oh no, it's not, it's just brown soil. I thought it was mouldy, but yeah. So what I need to do with that next is propagate it. And to do so, I need some sort of blast containment device. Right, so basically, you make a mix. What I did for, I'll explain in a minute why I think this works, but basically all I've done is put some usual tap water in it, and then I've mixed it with this houseplant feeder and like fertiliser, so it just gives it a bit more of a kick, and then I put it somewhere with some sun, but not enough sun to kill it, just to give it enough warmth and stuff to grow the roots, because as it turns out, this one had fuck all roots. I didn't really mess that up. But anyway, never mind. We can save it, hopefully. Who knows? Now, on to the final part of this segment, which is a plant that I've received from my neighbour called Jo. Now anyway, basically, Jo knows I love plants, and she had this that she basically took cuttings from and made more of, and I've kind of done the same now. I've done really well with it and it survived. There's a little baby growing in the inside of it, which I'll get a close-up of and show you. It's where my finger is. I'm not just like prodding a plant, I am, but for good reason. And anyway, I then took that and tried to propagate it for a friend at work called Nathan. So Jo gives me a plant. I found a dead cutting in it and start propagating it for a friend of mine. The world's better when you share. Well, better when you are sharing, and when you do share. And now this is how far I've got with this one. which I think it's a jade plant, or I think she may have called it a money plant as well. I think it's a money tree or a jade plant. It might actually be both names. And anyway, I've done really well with it. It was literally to about here when I popped it in the water, and I did the same thing as I did with the plant feed that I did with the Hedera ivy that I've got over there. And look at the root growth. I'm just going straight up to the camera. This is well exciting. I've just kicked some soil. Look at that. It had nothing, literally like no roots. And now, it looks like Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. Fucking great. And yeah, so that's me experiments with propagation that you may have seen a few pictures cropping up on Instagram. Me fucking tree and me laundry basket indicator. My new alocasia poly that I need help naming. And that really is actually about it, isn't it? I think I've nearly covered everything. But there is one thing I do want to cover. I've given Fanny Schmacker the celebrity treatment because Fanny Schmacker, out of the blue, started flowering. And to be honest, I didn't know what Fanny Schmacker was when I got her. So I was a bit surprised that she could do this. And then when I looked into it, it's a genuine thing. So I've given her a frame, a nice gold frame, so she stands out from the rest of the plants. And then obviously, by rewarding good behaviour, the rest of the plants should follow. I'll show you now anyway, I'll take you to her. So yeah, this is Fanny Schmacker. That's where the flowering's taking place, and the cornets, there's 3 of them. And this is her frame. I think actually, yeah, but... I guess all that's left to say is join me next time, when it could be frolicking through foliage, or it could be the Plant Mum Diaries. The next time I want to look into the 5-minute plant craft videos I keep seeing on the internet, see how easy they are. I may even try them myself, or, as well, I need to look at a tutorial on how to grow cactuses, because I accidentally brought this cactus, well not accidentally, I brought this cactus in this bowl and some soil and stuff, and it had these instructions in it, but I've lost them, and I haven't really got a fucking clue how to do it. It might be like one of those ones where it's like, wrap it in some tissue paper, or it might be like, leave it in a bowl of water for 6 years, plant it straight in the soil. Like, I actually really don't know, so I'm going to look at some videos, and hopefully they can teach me whilst I teach you, and it will be one big fucking cycle of learning, which is the only cycle I need, and a bicycle. A water cycle. Okay, what else? Weather cycles, they're quite important. Photosynthesis is a cycle. But yeah, so I need to name a few plants. Fanny Schmacker's got a golden frame. I have to name those 2. And yeah. I may even send you a cut-in when I've made them, because I don't actually know what to do with them. If anyone like a cut-in, yeah, just pop it below or message me and I'll see what I can do. And see if somebody could grow plants from my plants and then send them me updates, or if you'd want to come on a Zoom call and talk about updates that way, and I could talk about my children that I'm fostering out. I'd be like Madonna. No, she fostered children, not fostered them out. I don't know any famous celebrities that fostered children out. Jenny from The Dumping Ground. That's it. But yeah, that's the end. I just thought I'd give us all like quite nice little update and stuff, and then we'd go from there. I'll see you next week or next fortnight. I don't know. I'm not very good at timetables, am I?